It's time for Think Fast, the speedrunning game show of fast times and sharp minds. I'm your host, Sparkle, and tonight we're going beyond worldwide with Joey Kostelic and Nadvani in Crash 3,105%, with Crash Bandicoot, time travel, and other worldly-themed questions thrown into the mix. Wow. I'm sure everybody knows the rules, but just to be safe, this is Think Fast, the speedrunning game show. Our contestants will be racing for the best time in Crash 105%, but with a catch. I, the host, can interrupt whenever I feel like to ask a trivia question, and if a runner answers right, we'll take some seconds off their final time. There's no penalty for guessing wrong, but focus too hard on answering the question and your run might suffer. For all of you lovely folks watching, feel free to play along in chat. How are both of you feeling going into tonight's race?
I feel a little bit nervous, but I think it's going to be fun no matter what.
Yeah.
Feeling good.
Yeah.
I'm fired up. I'm ready to go. Ready to make a fool out of myself answering things wrong.
Yes, that's the spirit. We love to hear it. Okay, great. All right, so without any further delay, are you two ready to get started?
Yeah.
All
Sure,
right.
let me go to the title screen. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Same.
All right, well, then it's time to think fast in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so to get our mental barrier kind of cracking, let's get in the little easy icebreaker question to start us off. How about this one? Olympus Mons is the largest known volcano in our solar system, and it is located on which planet?
I will guess Jupiter.
That is incorrect.
Okay.
Is it Mercury?
Nope. There's only so many planets.
Yeah.
Do we keep guessing?
Oh, yeah, no, yeah, keep guessing.
Oh,
Venus?
okay. Earth.
Nope, to both.
Okay.
Mars. Wait.
Mars is correct.
Okay.
All right.
Nice.
Yeah, Olympus Mons is over 13 miles high and 2 times the elevation of Mount Everest, which is the highest location on Earth. So that's pretty big. Yeah. And just to refresh anybody who doesn't know the system of Think Fast, there's just 4 tiers of difficulty for questions, and this was labeled easy, which will take 10 seconds off the final time. It goes all the way up to 25 seconds for the hardest tier question at very hard. But I believe, did Joey get that one?
That was me.
That was Vanny.
It was Vanny. Okay, so that'd be 10 seconds for Vanny. Well done.
Thank you.
But yeah, what's going on in the game right now?
Under pressure. Water level. Typically, this is done first. Not much going on. In PB attempts, you would do a 1 cycle, which you'll see a lot of 1 cycles in this game, which means you get the relic at the same time you get like a gem or something, in which case I would be just going for the crystal first. In some cases it's faster, but a safe strat here is just to get the gem with the crystal. Yeah. There's a lot of vehicles in this game, notoriously. Some people don't like them. I think they're fine for the most part. A lot of people seem to not like the underwater levels, and they're pretty notorious in the speedrun scene because this is the first level you do, and it can be a bit punishing, especially at the higher levels. Yeah, we don't really see platforming until after the first 2 vehicle levels, at least the way I do it. But this game's interesting because in each warp room, you can do the levels in different orders, so everyone's got a different route slightly.
You can like go to other worlds and stuff. Whoa, that's like so in theme with this show. I can't
All
believe
throughout time.
Yo.
Yeah.
And one other thing, kind of the elephant in the room, you may have noticed. We don't have sound effects. Not for whatever reason. We turn sound effects off right before we enter the first level. And if you're familiar with this game, what happens is when you enter certain levels and when you typically enter bosses, there's a little like swirly blue theme that plays where heads will show up and start basically making fun of you. It's usually Cortex and the boss of the warp room area you're specifically in. For whatever reason, those are tied to the sound effects, and if you turn off sound effects, they just don't play. So it saves us actually a significant amount of time in the run.
Yeah, I believe close to a minute, if not over a minute.
Wow.
Just free time save for turning off SFX.
Yeah, this game is just
You know
one
what else
big
is free time
jam
save?
session.
Sorry,
No, you're good.
that right. You know what else is free time save? Answering a question. That's right. Let's do our first multiple choice question. We'll make it a crash themed one. So I'm just gonna. So I just told you that you could guess multiple times, but this is a multiple choice question. You only get one answer each. So I'll just relay the potential answers, and you each give one, and then I'll reveal it. All right, here we go. Which of these names was not, at least known to be, considered for Crash's name? Mash, Bash, Smash, or Dash?
I would guess all of them, actually. All
You can only pick one, unfortunately.
Could you repeat those, please?
Oh,
Yeah, Mash, Bash, Smash, or Dash? Seems to be a
Go with Mash.
general theme.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with A.
For Vanny. Okay, you both pick Mash. Well, that is correct. So you're both so smart.
nice.
You both get 10 seconds off. Well done.
Sweet.
Cool.
I think for me, I think I was thinking of kind of named Crash. He's crashing through boxes, so I'm like, well, what other things does he do? He dashes, that's for sure. So not so much the mash.
He kind of does all of them. Like he's kind of worldwide himself if you think about it.
My first thought was just that I know the Willy the Wombat nickname was supposed to be his name.
That's what I was expecting.
Never heard of those other ones.
Yeah.
Little game commentary. I did a cuddle skip at the end of Orient Express. That method was found fairly recently by Potty, the record holder. There's been other methods throughout the years that are horribly inconsistent, but that one seems to be pretty good. I didn't quite get it because I stopped right in front of the portal. My timing was a little off, but we want to skip the cuddle animation at the end to save like 5 or 6 seconds, ideally. Yeah, I'm just doing the relic now. So because there's relics in this game, you have to do each level at least twice, or most levels. Some of them, like the bonus levels, you do just once, but you basically have to enter every level at least twice. In some cases, 3 times, depending on what strats you go for as well. But that's why this category is over 2 hours long, because you got to do every level twice. Crash 1 and 2 are not really like that.
One thing you'll see Joey and I
relics.
doing on Pura, there's one more Pura level, and we'll see later. We're jumping a bunch. It's not because we're bored and we've got nothing better to do. Each jump doubles our speed for 1 frame. So it is technically faster to get as many
That's
jumps in
neat.
as we can.
Was this game 30 FPS?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you jump 30 times, you save a second.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've been meaning to ask. Why is it 105% and not just 100%? I know it's 105% in the game, but like, why is that?
You want to take this one, Joey?
You want to take this one,
Oh,
Vanny?
okay. All right.
Wow, so
Yes.
humble.
This is the age of bonus percentages. For whatever reason, a lot of different games are just kind of throwing it in. It's like, oh, extra. This one's not as heavy as Crash 2, but there are a couple secret areas that help contribute to just extra. It's all just essentially 100%, but it's just a little bit more stylized.
You're getting more for less, literally.
There's basically 2 bonus levels. There's 2 levels that you enter from within other levels, and those kind of give you the extra percent, as well as an extra gem from Coco if you have 30 gold relics or better. Basically, each item in this game is 1%, and then you get 3% from Cortex, the final boss. So we fight him at the end.
Yeah, what Joey said, we need gold relics, which kind of helps, which is kind of a big deal. Obviously, Sapphire is the easiest one you'll get, and they're typically free to get. Gold are pretty easy to get, especially with the movement tech you'll see us doing here. I think you're probably seeing Joey do it. I'm doing another vehicle level. Doing that specific movement will actually make most time relics pretty trivial. But the way we, try to save time, as Joey mentioned before, we go for 1 cycles. We'll try to get the box gem at the same time as these gold relics, which can then cause some issues because we're kind of stretching the limits of what we're able to actually pull off.
There's one I kind of alluded to before we went public, where there's a really hard one about an hour in or an hour 5 minutes in ish, and that's about when our break is scheduled. So we'll see how that lines up.
Fine.
It should be interesting.
I'll make it work out for you.
I'm just thinking it might be cool to like delay it till after, if, for the suspense. But we'll see.
Whatever you're feeling, I'll go along with. I trust you.
All right.
And hey, you got to trust me because I'm going to ask this question. You better answer. Check this out. Let's do our first time travel themed question. How many ghosts visit Scrooge in A Christmas Carol?
3.
No.
Oh,
you were both so confident.
Yeah, it's 4.
It is 4, yeah.
Yeah.
Because one of them, there's the 3 ghosts, the 3 ones, the ones that visit him, and then there's Jacob Marley.
Yep.
That's the 4th one.
His buddy.
Wow. Yeah. Who got that one?
Neither.
I guess technically me, yeah.
I mean, yeah. Vanny, are you platforming right now?
Nope. I am jet skiing.
Okay, me too. I did Toad Village earlier. I guess I could sort of explain, although you'll see Vanny do it in a second. But we want to get a lot of triple masks in this game, because when you get 3 of the Aku Aku masks, which give you like invulnerability, when you get 3 of them, you're invincible. And with the movement tech we do, you go really, really fast. You see us slide jumping a lot. It's a technique called neutral slide jumping, which basically means you do your slide and then you go neutral on the D-pad as you jump, and then you carry the momentum from the slide, which is the fastest way that Crash can move. It carries that into the jump temporarily, and then it sort of goes down while you're in the air. Otherwise, if you didn't go neutral, then your speed gets cut when you do the jump. So we do that to sort of maximize our slide speed across a jump.
Another thing worth pointing out is we are doing different routes. This game is extremely flexible because of mask routing. We would typically want to take advantage of all the triple mask forms that we can, which are only, gettable on foot. And so everybody kind of has their own route. There are a couple warp rooms that are a little bit more strict in how you go about it, but even those are pretty malleable in where you put things. Couple that with all the second passes with the relics that we do, and we might look like we're in very different spots for most of the run, but we might be completely neck and neck. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, there's basically one point in the run where everything kind of converges, which is where right after you get everything from the first 3 warp rooms. So we should be able to tell who's ahead at that point, but then even after that, it's pretty flexible. So it's not just that the level order is flexible within each warp room, but even across warp rooms, you can do stuff in different orders.
Yeah, that very hard trick level that Joey's alluding to is kind of our convergence point.
Yeah, and there's relics that you technically don't need on the first pass, like Toad Village relic. Some people will skip when doing Warp 1 so that they can get to the harder warp rooms a little faster and not have to reset more levels. I try to generally get everything on the first pass, so I'm finishing up Warp 1 here with Toad Village relic, and then I'll go into Boneyard and then leave after fighting the boss. But some people will skip relics to do them later.
My rationale, I typically like to skip a few, not all that I can. I like to get to the hardest stuff first, just in case I want to reset. But with a run like this, I'll probably just clear out the warp room. I'm not going to reset. I hope.
I hope not either.
I've got backup saves.
Well, maybe if you answer a question right, you can save any potential time you might lose, like this one. What is the name of the alien planet in which Planet of the Apes takes place on?
Don't think I've ever seen these movies, so I'll just guess Gaia.
That's actually where my head went too. Because I also haven't.
I will say this might give it away, but it is an ironic question.
Planet? No.
Wait, I can guess again, right?
Oh yeah, no, you can guess again.
Earth?
Yes, that's it.
Okay. All right.
Gotcha.
I don't think I would have got it if you didn't tell me it was ironic.
I mean, yeah, like,
but
because when I say alien planet, it's like, oh, you're thinking like some Star Wars kind of name. It's like, no, it's not that. It's just Earth. And that's 10 seconds for Joey. Just throwing you some softballs here, but I'll get into the harder questions later on. Don't you worry.
Okay.
I mean, we're acing these softballs, so looking forward to those.
I'm doing Boneyard right now, level 4. It's just another platforming level that uses triple mask, so try to go fast with the platforming. In addition, there's a thing in Crash speedrunning called zigzagging. Basically, when you're in the air, you see this a lot in Crash 1, but you can sort of wiggle your D-pad so that Crash, because diagonals are faster, basically, Crash moves faster when you're zigzagging in the air. And the other place we use it is on during slides and slide spins. When doing those, we zigzag back and forth. It just gives them a little speed boost, and it adds up, over the course of the run, makes you go a little faster.
Help.
So if you see me like wiggling, that's why.
Also with some tight cycles that we go for as well.
Crash games tend to be pretty cycle heavy, Crash 1 in particular, but Crash 3's got them as well. So occasionally, this will come up later, but sometimes we will like die at the start of a relic to reset the cycles to make them like predictable and in some cases faster. That'll end up like saving time.
Now, I think you all have Joey's audio, but I'm currently in Tiny, and if you have my audio, there is no audio at all, because I did a frame perfect skip into Tiny, which when you do that, you completely just prevent his music from playing for whatever reason, and all you have to do is hold triangle, so it's easy.
Just jack his foot. That's great. That's bonkers.
I'll take one for the team and spare a few frames to get the music.
Thank you. It's good. It's a really good tune.
It is.
Let's do a Crash.
Tiny's got
question.
like the.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Well, I was gonna say Tiny has kind of a pattern. He does like 5 jumps on the first phase, then 6 and 7. He just like follows you basically around the stage, and then you can hide out in this corner to avoid the lions.
But yeah, I was just dying to ask this question because I just love asking questions. It's just what I do. All right. The first Crash game notably had which level cut from the final release, finally being playable in the Insane trilogy?
Stormy Ascent.
Stormy Ascent.
That would be Stormy Ascent. Yep. Well done. I had a feeling that once I asked a Crash question, it would just be like immediate.
Yeah.
I think that was Joey who got it.
I got it first, yeah.
It's 15 seconds. Well done.
So if we both answer correctly, it's just whoever gets it first?
Yeah.
Or do we both
exactly.
get one? Okay.
I mean, it's whoever I hear first. Like, obviously, Discord latency might be like, you think you answer first, but it's up to me. It's whoever I hear first because I'm the boss, so.
Okay.
Now, another thing with this kind of flexible routing. So, the first level we typically do in Warp Room 2 is 6 Gee Whiz, and typically we take 2 masks out of here. There's always a chance that we lose a mask somewhere along the way in our routing. Well, now that we've done the first pass of Gee Whiz, we have a very, very convenient time trial that we can place anywhere in, the rest of our Warp 2 visit, because it's very easy to take 2 masks out of. So if we really need to kind of take advantage of that, we've got it in the bank ready for us whenever.
This game, the relics especially, can be very punishing. If you die in a relic, you have to do the entire relic again, which usually amounts to losing like at least a minute or 2 or whatever the case is. So that's not such a big deal in like a lot of the platforming levels, but like some of them, especially when we do the 1 cycles, if you lose it or fail it, then or die in it, then it can be very punishing.
I'm always mesmerized by the very slow-moving bonus level platforms in these games.
Yeah.
I'm entranced.
I
It's a different Crash game.
True?
Entry.
Yes, yeah, you got it. See, I was actually testing you on that reference.
No time bonus for that, though?
Our bond level increased in real life. Does that make it
Okay.
Sweet.
I'm about to go into Tomb Time, which is the aforementioned hard one cycle later in the game. So right now we can only get the crystal from this and not any of the gems. There are 2 gems, one that's found just in a secret route just for completing it, and the other for getting all the boxes. But we need the purple gem, if I'm not mistaken, from High Time, which is in Warp Room 3. So it is just impossible to get the box gem on this pass. So I'm just going through it like any percent, basically. The oil has really interesting physics. When you slide on it, it puts you at your max speed that you can possibly go. And so zigzagging has no effect, the oil, and the neutral slide jump tech also doesn't work. So the fastest thing on oil is just to regular slide jump or slide spin, whatever you can do to preserve your slide speed. Yeah, it just keeps you at your max. And you can sort of jump off of it and carry the momentum in the air to extend that further.
Let's do this one. Let's do another worlds question. Saying this name 3 times won't make it go supernova, but what star is thought to go supernova in the next 100,000 years regardless?
First thing that comes to mind is Alpha Centauri. I don't even know if that's a star, but that's just what popped into my head.
I think it's a solar system, or like it might be the star's name of the solar system, but it's not that, no.
Yeah.
Beetlejuice?
Yes.
Okay.
Beetlejuice,
Nice.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah, okay. Cool.
You got it. This red supergiant star is about 500 light years away, so there's a chance it's already undergoing this change. Uh-oh, the light just hasn't reached us yet, so there could just be catastrophe going on and we have no idea. Very scary.
I didn't know that
one.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know that one. But the beginning was obviously a big hint. And so my first thought was like Bloody Mary, like that old like school folk tale where it's like if you say that in the mirror 3 times.
I don't know if it's actually pronounced Beetlejuice. I feel like I remember like in 7th grade, my science teacher was like Betelgeuse. I don't know, but it's the funnier way to say it, so it's got to be correct.
Yeah. It's the system that's wrong.
True. Dude, yes. Wait, you just get it.
So I'm probably Joey's in it as well. We're in level 7, hang 'em high, and you notice we've got handrails, and they're kind of slow to move around on as normal Crash. So you notice we probably one of the more important levels to bring get triple mask form in. So we make sure we bring 2 masks in there because that'll speed up our actual. Handrail movement. Not too many of those, luckily, in this game, but
I probably would argue that one is the single most important triple in the game. I haven't timed it or anything, but it definitely really sucks to not have triple there. And we'll also be doing a 1 cycle in that level at the end of the warp room with the yellow gem skip, yellow gem early. There is a yellow gem, and you're supposed to go into it from level 27, which is in the secret warp room, which you unlock from getting at least 5 relics. It's really slow. It takes you to like an alternate path in the level, but we want to get it without doing that, and also while getting the relic in that level. It's a little bit tough. It involves a trick that could be a little finicky sometimes, but it is pretty cool to watch, to look at. Kind of a crowd pleaser, if you ask me. So that'll be later on.
And right now you can see I'm going through G-Wiz a second time, kind of like I said before. I kind of had that second pass banked, if I needed the masks, and I actually do, because I accidentally died at the end of Hang 'em High. I want to get at least one mask out of Hang 'em High. I don't actually need two. Joe, are you in the next Pearl level by chance?
So I just exited GWiz Relic, and the viewers at home will have noticed that I intentionally took damage at the end of GWiz Relic, because if I didn't, I would be entering this next Pearl level with 2 masks. If you enter this level with 2 masks and don't take damage at the start, some of the boxes can spawn in unreachable places, such as under the floor or too high to reach. It's a really weird thing. If you have 2 masks entering, then you can take damage on those first enemies there. But I like to just leave GWiz with 1 so I don't have to think about that pretty much. But yeah, these tiger levels can be one-cycled as well. It's not like optimal or anything, but if you miss boxes on the first pass, which does happen because they're pretty hard, then you can get the boxes in the relic. It's a bit scary to do that because you can miss one again, and then you have to restart the level again. I'm doing another cuddle skip here. This one we do by jumping off that guy and then jumping off the pole, and we land on the railing and get the gem and go in the portal. We'll do that again in the relic. It's the same setup. It's a fun one.
Maybe worth pointing out too, the first Pearl level, you can also have boxes spawn underneath or out of reach just in general, but it actually happens with 2 masks even. It's not just 1.
It happens, even with 1. With Midnight Run, it's only 2 masks that does that. With Orient Express, that can happen even with 1 mask. So you want to enter Orient Express with 0 masks, ideally.
I like this question. I'm going to ask it now. One of, if not the first, of Crash and Spyro's fast food toy debut was with which franchise?
McDonald's?
Nope.
Oh, I was going to guess McDonald's too.
McDonald's.
Which franchise? Let's go with Subway.
Nope. I don't think Subway has kids' toys. Does it?
Not anymore, at least.
Oh, sad.
They may have at some point.
So like Hardee's or something?
Nope.
Burger King?
Nope.
Wendy's.
Nope. It's like you would definitely think of this place when you think that fast food, but like it's just like
Arby's?
Okay. Not Arby's. That's funny, but no.
Okay.
It's like, how can I give a hint without just giving it away?
I don't know.
You've already said
I've gone through a lot
You've
of
already
fast
said the
food
big
places.
3, so like those are off the table. It's not burgers.
Little
I can tell you that.
Caesars.
It's not
Pizza Hut.
No, not Pizza Hut. It's not burgers or pizza. I should say that.
Okay. Jimmy John's.
Nope.
Quiznos.
Nope. That's warmer though, in
Okay.
a sense.
I'll give a little bit of game commentary here because I'm out of ideas, but I'm doing Hog Ride. I'm not getting the boxes on the first pass. I'm just doing the crystal because we can hold this boost through the entire level. You can do this in the relic too, but during the relic, we got to get most of the boxes anyway and make the time trial. So we just one cycle that as well.
Oh, here's a hint. Oh, this fast food franchise also collabed with Mario Kart in the 90s. Do you know that? Have you seen that commercial?
I don't think so.
It's purple. Like Crash Purple. Get it?
What a game.
I had that game when I was a kid. It was not good.
No.
I never played it.
Quiznos?
That was already guessed.
Okay,
so.
yeah. All right.
Purple.
Any other ideas?
Oh, Taco Bell.
It's Taco Bell. Yes.
Oh
There we
my
go.
God.
Yes. It's Taco Bell. Hold, there's actually a tweet here that I have that I would like to share with everybody because The toys look very funny. Well, Crash looks pretty convincing, but Spyro looks like a middle stage evolution Pokemon. He's not looking great. I'll link it in the stream in the Discord VC.
Yeah, when you first asked that question, my first thought I think went to McDonald's because I believe they did have toys, and I remember having some of them as a kid. I think it was the marketing for the Crash Purple, Spyro Orange. They were little like handheld games. Yeah, I had some of those.
I have that.
Spyro Orange sounds like a soda.
Yeah.
I have that Crash from the Taco Bell you just linked.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I
Wow.
had no idea where it came from.
way.
I don't even know if I got it from Taco Bell or if somebody just had it.
That's very funny.
Like you can see, I got all my like knickknacks and stuff back there. I don't think he's out though.
I'll have to take a look at that. I have also a figurine of Crash on rollerblades. No idea where I got it from. I think it was just like a retail toy or something. So yeah, I'm on Hog Ride right now. I've got all the boxes basically and aiming for a sub 40 relic time just for a flex. I got 39.83. Pretty good.
Did you study a little bit before how to get sub 40 there?
Not really.
Okay. I know you were asking me like, how
I think
it's
it's- Yeah, I think it mostly depends on how you do the ending, but I didn't even do it correctly there. I still got it. I've seen people get as low as 6x there, 39, 60. We should also talk about button glitch. I just tried to go for it for Hang 'em High.
Is it the glitch where you press
Actually, I'd like
buttons?
to.
Yeah, technically.
A lot of that going on.
Ah, I see. No, I get it.
No, button glitch is a way of artificially changing the relic time, the gold relic time, for a relic, which is important for some of the hard won cycles. Not ever necessary, but it makes some of them easier. You can basically get a longer time to get the gold relic. You do that by spinning and then jumping frame perfectly
What I just
as
did.
you enter a portal. Yeah. And then you can step on another button in the warp room, and it will give you the gold relic time for whatever button you stood on. It'll carry that into the level.
So you make your gold relics
that can help
times
sometimes.
easier by loading a different level
Yeah.
completely, but still loading your original level.
I started trying to explain that as I did Yellow Gem early. I realized it was a mistake as soon as I started, but I got the trick. That was the one I talked about earlier. I believe Vanny's going for it now, if I'm not mistaken.
Do you want to keep explaining that a little bit? Camera and everything.
Sure. I just got button glitch on doubleheader, so it's a visual for it too. The camera for Yellow Gem early, so you basically double jump over to the platform. And if you just do that without anything else, then the camera will not follow you when you try to like go back over to get the yellow gem. And as such, it does not load the yellow gem in, I believe. So you can't get it. So you need to like tap up and down when you get onto the platform, and then hold left briefly, just to make sure the camera stays locked to Crash and that you actually get the gem. All right, I'm paranoid I missed a box. I'm gonna go back. I think I got it, but I don't want to. Yeah. All right.
Did I miss
Yeah,
this
that's the
question,
yellow
though?
gem early trick.
Check this
Oh, go
out.
ahead.
What is Cortex's middle name? Also, for reference, we've asked this question on every single Crash show we've had in the past.
Wow. It feels like a trick question.
Right.
It's
Um,
kind of just random.
Like, I would just go with Neo, probably.
Nope.
I feel like it's a girl's name. I don't know why.
Yeah, this can be seen as feminine.
Is it like Leslie?
No.
Okay.
It is a color.
Magenta.
Nope.
Fuchsia.
I like that, but no.
Aquamarine.
I like that also, but no.
Cyan.
Nope. It's not the first alternative color you would think of, but when you hear it, it's like, oh, that one.
Periwinkle.
Yes, it's exactly that.
Yeah.
Periwinkle. Well done.
That had to be revealed in like Crash 4, if I'm not mistaken. That sounds like where they would drop that.
Neocortex, periwinkle, cortex. Got him.
All right, so I just did double header. This level can crash when you enter it because there's a lot of rain effects going on, a lot of particles. So I'm going back in for the relic. Didn't get a crash either time, so that's a W. There's a couple of crash points in this game that are unavoidable. That's one of them, a big one. It doesn't happen super often, but it's always like a risk when you enter it. The other one being Engine, the fourth boss, which happens pretty far into the run. I've got it once or twice when doing PB attempts. It's not really fun. Additionally, every time Crash throws up an item in the warp room, the game has a chance to crash every single time. So I've gotten that, I think, twice in my life.
It's a chance to what?
You know, it's just not
Live
fun.
up to his name, really.
Yeah, exactly. There's other soft locks that can happen in various levels that are avoidable, such as Tomb Waiter in the death route. You can lure a guy too far to the left, and he kind of goes out of bounds, and the game doesn't know what to do, so it crashes if you do that. But that's avoidable. But yeah. Warp 3 traditionally has had a pretty standard route. As of recent, people have been, myself included, other runners have sort of experimented with different routes. Vanny, I think, has always done double header first. Typically, people go into Dynamite first to get Hot Cocoa out of the way. But I did double header 1, and then I had to reroute because I lost a mask. So typically, I would have gone into High Time immediately after if I had 2 masks. But I'm just doing that now after refilling in the Relic.
I've done a decent number of marathon runs or race setting runs of this game. And so over the years, I've just kind of adopted to putting doubleheader first just in case I crash, because sometimes I need to save before I enter the warp room, depending on what type of race we're dealing with, you know. It just kind of stuck with me.
Yeah, I'm recently learning that it is just a good route to have because you get a free mask refill in the Relic. So it is nice to actually put it first and then do another hard level like High Time. And if you lose a mask in either of those, you can refill in the Relic. Warp 3 is the longest warp room in the run. At high level, it's about like 34 minutes long. This is also generally where people do the backtracks. So anything that we didn't get in the first 2 warp rooms, after this warp room will be cleaned up. And that's because you get 2 colored gems in this warp room, the purple gem from High Time, which I'll be getting in the Relic, as well as the red gem from Deep Trouble Box Pass. The red gem is needed for Boneyard's secret area, which contains a gem. And the purple gem is needed for Tomb Time, as explained previously. Both of those will be one-cycled as well. Boneyard is also another one-cycle, where we go into the red gem path during the Relic.
Let's do this question. The Tunisian desert was one of the filming locations for which fictional planet with 2 suns?
Tatooine?
Tatooine.
That'd be Tatooine. But did you say it first,
Yeah.
Vanny?
It sounded like it on my end.
Yeah, it just didn't come through entirely on your mic, but I think I heard Uin, I think, on your end. But I think you got it first. Okay. But yeah, there'll be some... I said before that, I think before we went live that the other world questions were like real life, but like no, a lot of these are like from movies, so just heads up.
Cool. I'm going through Dynamite right now. This is, I think, the longest level in the run. On its own, it's over 4 minutes. Next longest probably be Future Frenzy, which can be done less than 4 minutes. But this level has a really interesting route because it requires backtracking, and we needed the yellow gem from Hang'em High before we did this, which is why we wanted to get that early. We'll be going back to that path. I'm getting this checkpoint and then backtracking for a very specific reason. This level's done in a very specific way. Essentially, we want the last checkpoint that we break to be in the yellow gem path because we're going to respawn there after getting the box gem and death abusing. And then we'll be taking the secret exit to Oedipus Rex, which is one of the 2 secret levels in Warp 3. That is done by, well, we'll see in a second.
Done by selling guidebooks. That's how they get you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the secrets in this game are pretty obscure. I think most people didn't find them as a kid or only found them through guidebooks or websites. I mean, I was only able to find them because of looking it up online.
One of them's not too bad. The other one that you get in the motorcycle level here in Warp 3, but this one's definitely very obscure. Compared to like Crash 2, which has a number of secrets, more than Crash 3, they at least give you some hints to work with. It's kind of little head scratches, and then you're like, I'll investigate this, and you find it. Here it's just get lucky. You're technically unlucky.
Yeah, this backtrack took me a while to learn to in the speedrun because you can't see where you're going. You just have to know where all the lava pits are and everything. But I think I'm good on boxes, and going to the yellow gem path. We're going to go through this and then get the last checkpoint here, and it'll take us back to the main path. So you saw I skipped some boxes in the main path. That's just because we're going to get them where the yellow gem drops us off. But all the ones before the yellow gem I had to get on the backtrack, or else I wouldn't have them, or wouldn't be able to get them really. It's a cool strat here. You'll notice there's like reinforced crates back there. Normally you need to body slam those, but this game is weird when you put stuff off screen. If there's a TNT near a bunch of other boxes and you off screen it and you get far enough away, then it will delete the boxes, even if it's not supposed to normally be broken by TNT. Like those reinforced crates are not supposed to break from TNT, but just because we off screened them, we were able to trick the game into thinking it was like a regular box or something, and it just got rid of it. So I didn't have to spend an extra body slam and wait a whole bunch. But you see the yellow gem spit us out at the regular part of the level now. So going to the end and getting the box gem. The dyno breaks all the boxes, by the way, except for checkpoints. You do have to break checkpoints manually, but the dyno will get pretty much all of the other boxes. So we go to the end, get the gem and death abuse. Despite having 1 mask, the dyno will kill you instantly. And this is the obscure secret. This one specific pterodactyl here, if you die to it, it takes you to Oedipus Rex. And that was something I would never have found if not looking it up online. Oedipus Rex, you're supposed to take the dyno, but we can just platform at the start and then get him later. This level doesn't have any boxes or anything. It's just a relic, and then there's a gem at the end. And because of the death abuse that we did, it resets all the cycles. So I know where all these like air vent steam cycles are, so I can predict what's going on and hopefully get a good time.
Speaking of good time, you can get some good time by answering questions. Check this one out. In the original trilogy, what is special about the locations where you can find the blue gem?
They all start with TW.
They all have TW.
That is, you said the exact same time. Exact same time. Okay, I'll give you both 20 seconds.
Awesome.
You're both on the mark with that. I had a feeling you were going to both get it immediately, but I just had to see it in action. Nice.
Vanny and I actually share the same brain cell, so
Yeah.
it's going to be difficult.
That's why we answered 3 to the Christmas Ghost one.
But yeah, the three levels in question are Toxic Waste, Turtle Woods, and Tomb Waiter for anyone unaware. I like Tomb Waiter. That's fun.
Continuing the cycle carryover we're doing, I got a 39 relic time in Egapis, which is a little bit slow, but I'm basically carrying the cycles all the way from that Death Abuse and then using the time I get to predict what wave cycles I'm going to get in Hot Cocoa, which is where I'm going now. Hot Cocoa, I believe the only non-linear level in at least the trilogy, I think probably including the Wrath of Cortex as well. Level's pretty notorious. It's kind of hard because you don't have any masks in the speed run because we're doing it with the relic. We get there by crashing into this one sign in Road Crash, and it takes us to a jet ski level. So we're grabbing the clock here. Normally you'd have to like do this twice or whatever, but by grabbing the clock and we can get the boxes in the time trial. Which is not actually supposed to be possible because the normal gold relic time here is supposed to be something like 31 seconds. But there's a glitch exclusive to the NTSC-U version of the game where, for whatever reason, there's glitched time trial times for Hot Cocoa and Egapis Rex, the 2 secret levels. They basically take their time from their parent level, whatever level you entered them from. So this relic is supposed to be 31 seconds for the gold, but because of the glitch, it's taking the time for Road Crash, which is like 120 something. So that's what makes this one cycle possible. In other versions of the game, like PAL and the Japanese version, you cannot do this because you just can't get all the boxes in under the gold relic time. So this is actually basically the one thing that makes NTSC-U the optimal version, the American version.
It is also true of Egapis Rex, the other secret level, but it doesn't make a difference. We could still comfortably get gold there.
Yeah, it levels easy. You have no masks in Hot Cocoa if you do the one cycle, so if you get hit by any of these bombs, you got to start over, so I'm hoping to not do that.
Let's do this one. Which totally awesome time travel film features 2 high schoolers going back in time to try and pass history class?
Bill and Ted's
Excellent Adventure.
Yeah, again, same exact time for both of you. Awesome. All right, we're making so much progress.
Nice. Be excellent to each other.
Yo, wait.
I do the guitar strumming, but trying to not die.
I guess that's
Where are you
fair.
at, Vanny?
Hot Cocoa.
Okay. Oh, I missed that box. Missing a ramp can be kind of punishing because you have to go on the entire ramp again. It's more of an issue in a level called Ski Crazed, which I do at the end. It does definitely cost time in Hot Cocoa, though.
Yeah, like Joey said before, these waves are on a cycle. And anybody starting out with this game typically struggles with these waves, more so in that other level. But there's one here I'm about to go for, the dive, that can trip people up because oftentimes you can go under the box you're trying to get that's underwater. It's a little messy at times.
It's a very notorious box. Also worth noting, like, which is pretty obvious probably, but we're following a specific route in that level to go as fast as possible.
If we were on a version that didn't have the time trial glitch like Joey mentioned, there is a cool little trick you can go for where you take advantage of the wave cycles and you hop over the line of nitros that's guarding the exit, and you beat the time in like just a few seconds.
Yeah.
It's tough though.
That glitch is done on the I've never really done it, or I've never done it, never seen it done on the originals, but that's a pretty useful glitch in the Insane Trilogy remasters of these games. I believe they actually do that. in the remakes.
Maybe worth pointing out the remake trilogy is sometimes people get curious, are the glitches from the original trilogy doable in the Reignited trilogy, the remake trilogy, I should say, and completely different like physics engine, kind of built from the ground up. So essentially just completely different games. No luck there. That being said, I think they do have glitch high jumps at the very least. I can skip, I know, the Dingo Dial fight, just like we can.
Yeah.
Let's do this one.
So what?
Oh, yeah, you want to go ahead?
Okay. I was just going to say I went to Dynamite Relic to get masks. I did lose one, but it doesn't matter for the water level I'm going into because they give you one in there. So just an update.
Thanks. Anyway, check this out.
Yeah.
Which planet in the solar system is spinning in the opposite direction of most of the other planets?
Uranus.
Technically, no.
Neptune?
Nope.
Venus?
Venus.
It will be Venus, yes. Venus spins in retrograde and also very slowly. It is presumed to have been hit early on in its life as our solar system was forming, slowing down and reversing its spin. And then Uranus is basically rolling through its orbit with similar speculation. But yeah, Uranus is also weird, but it's not exactly spinning in the opposite direction. Yeah.
Speaking of spinning, one of the underwater tech is to spin underwater. This boosts you a little bit. If you press X, you can kick. It gives you a little boost, but essentially we're just kind of spamming like square and X to go faster underwater.
And then I'm over here.
Deep Trouble is where we get the
Go ahead.
red gem as well. Yeah, we're getting, this kind of has a secret path too for the red gem, so we have to activate this exclamation box, which makes us access a secret path to get the red gem and get all of the boxes.
And I'm over here in Road Crash, which is level 14. Probably, strangely, technically one of the hardest motorcycle levels. There are 4 total. There's another one that's in the dark. It's technically a little bit easier if you have it memorized. Difficulty comes from the memorization, of course. But Road Crash just strangely it's the second motorcycle level you encounter, but it's very tight. It's even casually, it's like, or in a speedrun, it's kind of difficult to like kind of win. You get knocked around and the guys are ruthless on the road, as well as some of the hazards.
Road Crash is very tough. Yeah, newcomers to the game will struggle to even win the race. It is very, just the way the course is designed and the way the enemies kind of line up, they can kind of bully you and push you around, and you end up falling in holes and going out of bounds and losing. It's not very fun.
My solution is to go a little bit slower, to go fast. The pro strat. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Now that way they kind of stay out of my way and they're a little bit more predictable for me.
What about thinking fast? Check this out. A 2010 film involving time travel features which unique object as the means to travel?
Spinning top.
No.
Oh, hot tub.
Yeah, the hot tub time machine. That's right. Never seen that movie, but who doesn't know about the hot tub time machine?
I watched it with my parents, which was a little bit awkward. I'll just say that much.
What movie is this?
Hot tub time machine.
Oh, I've never heard of that.
Oh, really?
I think there's a sequel too.
Lots of movies have sequels now. Is that much of a surprise? Let's see. I'm just curious. Whenever I hear of a sequel to a movie that I didn't know how to sequel, I have to check its IMDb rating.
Naturally.
Okay, well, the original Hot Tub Time Machine was not. It has a 6.4 on IMDb. The sequel has 5 out of 10. And I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing at the Rotten Tomatoes score, which is 14%.
Oh,
Great. Yep. Anyway.
In Road Crash, this is also another level we get the boxes in the relic. It's not that much faster. There was a strat that I just went for and failed in the Crystal Pass that would have allowed me to carry the boost a little farther and skip some ramps. I didn't really get it, but regardless, it's another case of you need most of the time boxes to get the gold relic anyway, so we just incorporate it into the relic, get the box gem then.
And I'm over here in Dynamite Pass 2. And one thing you maybe noticed before is we didn't get the baby dino in our first pass. It's because we didn't really want to have to hatch the egg and wait for him to come on out. But since the relic has him just kind of out of his egg already, we jump on and we do a lot of zigzagging, and it'll be a little bit faster than just kind of moving normally for us.
I'm in the third boss, Entropy, also known as Clockman. There are some damage abuse strats that exist. I don't have any masks, unfortunately, so I cannot show them. I probably wouldn't go for them anyway. They save like 2.5 on each phase. You can basically manipulate him to start this beam phase a little quicker by taking damage on his tomato projectiles, and then basically going back onto one of these. You can stand on these like pillars. It's a little finicky sometimes, but yeah, he has a arena wide attack that he does if I were to just like go up to him right now. But if you damage on the little tomatoes, you take damage, and then he does the arena wide attack that would kill you no matter what. But since you have invincibility frames, it will not kill you, and so you get the time save and you live, ideally. But I have a history of like dying to those strats anyway, so it's safe for me to not go for them. Yeah.
That's also another boss. I mentioned before the little music glitch that happened with Tiny where his music won't play. In Entropy, it's actually delayed. So it typically starts about the end of the cycle, end of the first phase, if you've done that glitch. Which again, you just hold triangle going in. And again, that's a very good tune, so a little unfortunate.
Yeah.
I like this question. How many Australian voice actors have officially portrayed Dingo Dial?
None.
Yeah.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
Wait, you just make that up?
I'm like, it's got to be a gotcha question, right? Because he's Australian, so you'd expect like at least one, right?
Yeah.
But I thought Joey was going to jump out and just
you
be
think
like
they would
one
call
or
up a random Australian like the 90s, like, hey, can you do this for us? Like,
right.
That'd be quite the investment.
Apparently.
I mean, it's way funnier to have somebody just do an accent, right?
They do it well.
Yeah. I mean, you know, they were just doing anything in the 90s, so.
Yeah.
I'm in Road Crash Relic. This relic's actually pretty tight. Like I said earlier, it's like a 120. You do need basically all the time boxes, so we're doing the one cycle, and you saw me get a little bit bullied there by one of the cars here. It's just really unfortunate. I've killed runs to this before. I'm hoping to not do that. I'm on good pace right now, but sometimes you can just... There's one box that's like over a ramp, and if you like hit it wrong, then you can go over the box. There's just random stuff like that in some of these levels. Orange Asphalt also has a box like that. It's in Warp Room 5. There's a lot of nonsense in these games. Dropped inputs being another thing. Sometimes it does feel like the game is working against you, but I suppose it's part of the fun if you choose to look at it that way. But luckily I got the gold with the 118. You get like a 114 or a 113 is like the fastest. It's kind of a tough one. I'm about to go into high time as well to get this one cycle. We're getting the purple gem and the relic. Purple gem is on the death route. The death route is a platform that will despawn if you die before it. I'm gonna grab the clock and then die to reset cycles, and because I grabbed the clock first, it will stay. which is very nice. And hopefully I'll get there quickly. There's a little hangrail skip we do here. Up above the hangrails. It's actually kind of finicky up there. There are holes and stuff in the ceiling that you can fall down through and die. So we try to avoid that. Also, by beating Entropy, we gain access to a power-up, the Death Tornado Spin, which is very overpowered in this game. It's very good, especially for the speedrun. It just gives you a little hover when you spin in the air, which we use a lot. And it can save you in circumstances where you might fall into a pit, and then you can extend your jump a little bit by hovering. And I just died to the second hangrail skip, so got to show that off.
Yeah, the Death Tornado Spin has like surprising depth to it too, because you can mash the spin button and maintain height, or you can do it slower and you'll actually slowly descend. So you have your options there. Different tool in your tool belt.
Speaking of tools,
Yeah,
no, well, it's not a tool-based question. It's just a regular movie question. In The Martian, the stranded Mark Watney grows what to survive?
Mushrooms.
Nope.
Corn?
Nope.
Potatoes.
Potatoes is correct.
Nice.
Potatoes are I remember a specific scene where he was eating it with ketchup, and then he was like, I'm out of ketchup, and I felt very bad for him. So, yeah, there you go.
Cinema doing what it's supposed to. So yeah, I just got through high times one cycle right there. Cutting it really close with the time. It's 104 something. I messed up the second hangrail skip because I was a little bit slow on the cycle. There's a little bit of a damage abuse you do, which for some reason just forces one of those guys on the magic rugs to just fly up, and you can jump and get enough height to go on the second hangrail.
Yeah, notably, you do not need the hangrail skips to get that one cycle. It's just a little fast, but it does add a little bit of risk. Yeah, and if you fail them, then you can still like continue and do the relic, unless you fail it like I did and fall through the holes up there.
And the holes are easy to predict. It's kind of just where the gaps are visually, anyways. You just have to kind of know like how close you are to the screen. With Crash, we have 2D sections, but they technically have 3D aspects to them. Kind of a little bit of a somewhat popular thing around this time period, adding little 3D elements and not just being completely 2D.
2.5D.
Mm-hmm.
So retro.
Yeah.
Sign of the times.
I did Deep Trouble Relic. There's a few damage abuses there. The vortex things, you can just spin through those with masks, so you don't have to wait on them. I did wait on one to keep a mask into the final section, because it could be... there's like a vortex you can skip there that is pretty tight, and I actually did end up getting hit by it, so it was good that I kept that mask. Going into Boneyard now, which is another pretty tough one cycle. This is one of the tougher ones, because learning the backtracking in the red gem path is pretty difficult. It took me a long time to actually learn it, but once you got it, it's not too bad. Hey, you were mentioning the high time, relic time. It's a 104.1. The other day I was doing runs and I got a 104 flat, so I was actually like 0.1 off from failing that, which is fun.
And it's worth noting that if you tie a relic time, you don't get that relic.
It's messed up.
Insult to injury, yeah.
Tie does not go to the runner.
But you are the runner. That's just not fair.
I know.
Oh Oh yeah, how are we looking for transitioning into our first and only break? What's the verdict looking like?
Maybe after we
I would like to.
do tomb time.
Yeah.
After?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think it's the next level for both of us.
All right.
Assuming
perfect.
you're not
Yeah.
there already.
I'm not there already. Did you save any relics, Vanny, or
No.
are we tied?
We're basically tied, so it's pretty indicative right
Nice. Yeah.
Meantime, how about we do a nice little low-key question? Like, oh my snot, I can't find it. Oh, here we go. Spiral Mouth is the artist behind the entirety of what Crash game's unique soundtrack?
Insanity.
Insanity is correct, yeah. They're an a cappella group, so they made an a cappella soundtrack. Whoa. That's pretty cool.
Wow.
Yeah, that's 10 seconds.
They also worked on Crash Tag Team Racing, but they weren't the only group to do that.
What was the name?
You can hear them in Spiral Mouth.
Thanks.
I entered Tomb Time. I went for Button Glitch to make the relic a little more forgiving. I did not get it, so I have to go fast, basically. But right now I'm going to the bonus. The way this works is you clear out the bonus before doing the time trial, because when you do the time trial, the bonus disappears. So you get the boxes from here and you die, you go back to the beginning of the level, and then you do like basically the hardest thing in the run, which is getting all the boxes and the other secret gem in under 1 minute and 10 seconds. So that's our goal. This one cycle is really tight, requires a lot of like really good movement, specific movement. If you make like 1 or 2 mistakes, you will fail the relic. So I'm gonna concentrate.
I'm not far behind that.
Again, fellas.
I barely failed it.
Okay, I got it.
Wow.
Nice.
That looks so cool. That was awesome.
Yeah. Congrats.
Thanks.
Nice
little
one.
little extra
Really
pressure
tough.
on that one with the break coming up here, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was scared. I mean, you two wanted to rip it, so I was like, okay. I mean, I trust you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. I just made like 1 or 2 tiny mistakes, and I think if I entered the portal, it would have been like a 0.2 or a 0.3. So it just shows you how tight it is. Luckily, I caught that and didn't just enter the portal, because then I would have had to re-enter the whole level. This way, I could just restart trial, do the relic like normal. Yeah, I'm good for a break whenever.
All right.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I can pause now if we want, or
Yeah, no, I'll just count you down right now in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and pause. All right.
Okay.
All right, don't go anywhere. We're just going to take a short 5-minute break. But in the meantime, just some announcements. Hey, did you know that Awesome Games Done Quick 2026 will be live in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania from January 4th to the 10th? You can register right now, and be sure to do that right now because you can register at gdq.gg to get more information about that. So definitely check that out. And also, did you know that Frame Fatales is a community of women and femmes who share a passion for speedrunning, gaming, and charity? All three of those things. That's incredible. In addition to their 2 flagship events, they host activities year-round in their community Discord, like Game of the Month and randomizer events. You can type FF command in chat to learn more and get involved. And also, obviously, we have Black and Flash, which is also a community that uplifts and connects Black speedrunners of all levels, which offers space to collaborate on speedruns, challenge runs, and randomizers while celebrating Black voices in the speedrunning scene. You can learn more or apply to join at gdq.gg/BAF, and you can follow at blackandtheflash.bluesky.social for updates, or bsky.social, excuse me. And you cannot miss their upcoming event, Speeding Through the Holidays, which is December 27th through the 28th, and Back to Black 2026 on February 5th to the 8th. So 2 very high-profile events. You don't want to miss those. But yeah, we'll be taking our short break now, so don't go anywhere, and we'll be back, and yeah, see you in a bit. Welcome back to Think Fast, the speedrunning game show of fast times and sharp minds. If you're just joining us, I'm your host, Sparkle. And in case you forgot how the show works, it's not enough to simply beat the game the fastest. Our runners are answering trivia questions as they play, and the more questions they get right, the more seconds we take off their final time. And for all of you watching at home, you can feel free to play along in chat. Right now, I think we have Vanny ahead in both trivia time and game time, so looking pretty good for them. But who can say what will happen in the next hour of Crash 3 105% gameplay? Who knows? I think they know, because they're going to play in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, begin. All right, so where'd you both, you both left off after the super duper hard sequence?
Yeah, so that was... as mentioned before, that's kind of where the runs converge. Like, no matter what your route is in the first 3 warp rooms, after Tomb Time, pretty much we have the same items now. And generally, the second half goes a similar way, so we're not going to be like leaving any relics behind. However, Warp 4 is pretty flexible, so we're probably both in Tomb Waiter right now.
Tomb Waiter is a notorious level. If you played this game as a kid, you probably remember it. It's a very difficult level with the rising water levels, and the hitboxes and like what kills you and what doesn't kill you is incredibly jank. And so sometimes you'll die on like the bottom step. Sometimes you'll be okay if you land there. It's luckily and strangely, it's a cycle-based level, but the cycle is actually reset every time you enter the level. So we do work with predictable cycles. I've already screwed those up, so I'm kind of operating blind. Not that they're too difficult to deal with, you know, it's just the constant ebb and flow of everything.
I forgot to do the checkpoint backup. I broke the checkpoint before the bonus, but the bonus is kind of weird where like it has TNTs and nitros that when you step on the ending of the bonus platform, and you light a TNT, it explodes like after you leave the bonus, so it doesn't actually count as a bonus box. Essentially what that means is that if you die before hitting a checkpoint after that, you will like be unable to get all of the boxes because it respawns like, or the box that broke in the bonus counts as a level box, but you're not able to like get it again because it's in the bonus. So there's like a backup you can do where you break the checkpoint after you do the bonus, and it prevents that issue. I forgot to do that, but I didn't die anyway, so it's all good. There's a really fast cycle that you can do there. We call it like the God cycle. It is extremely hard. I was kind of on pace for it, but it's pretty risky, and there's really no reason for me to go for it. So you saw me waiting for like 10 years on that platform while the water goes up and down. Yeah, like I said before, Warp 4 it's probably the most flexible warp room because there's a lot of mask backups, and generally everyone does Tomb Raider first because it's hard, and you can actually carry cycles from Tomb Time 1 cycle since you die there. And generally, if you take 2 masks out of that, you go into Sphinxinator. There's a lot of mask backups in the relics. We do 2 1 cycles here in both the tomb levels. But Warp Floor is notoriously flexible. Ideally, like, you do the same thing every time, but there's a lot of backups.
Speaking of backups, I got plenty of questions backed up here for you to answer. Like this one. In a parallel to Back to the Future, Nike developed shoes in 2016 with what unique feature?
Time travel.
Are you sure?
Okay.
I think I'm pretty sure.
Gotta be
It's not-
like.
it is something that happened in the movie, just not literal time travel.
They have like 88 on them or something?
No. These shoes can do something miraculous. These shoes can do something so cool.
Can they wheel?
That'd be awesome, but no.
Oh.
Do they light up?
That'd be awesome, but no.
Those were so cool as a kid. Those light up shoes you just
Yeah.
stomp.
Yeah.
Do you need, like, the coolest kids in elementary school were like wheeling down the or heeling down the ramps?
Oh, yeah.
Man, I'm so jealous. Anyway, any other ideas for this question?
I mean, do they have like jumpy, bouncy things? Can you bounce
It's an
them?
extremely, like, it's not a bombastic invention. It's like, oh, it's neat they can do that. You know what I mean?
Okay. I'm lost.
Okay. That wasn't very helpful.
Were they brown for the DeLorean or?
No, what about that is futuristic?
I don't know.
Does it connect to your car via Bluetooth?
No. It's like, what do shoes have? What do shoes tend to have?
Shoelaces.
Right.
But they
And
didn't have
then,
shoelaces.
No. The opposite.
They had
They do have shoelaces.
extra shoelaces.
Yes, and then like, okay, yeah. So what would a cool invention be?
To make them always tied.
Well, yeah, yeah. Okay,
Velcro.
I'll just give that to you, to be honest. It's self-tying shoes.
Oh, okay.
It's like,
How does that
I
work?
guess because they did tie themselves, they'd always be tied. It's like, whatever, you got the idea.
Very generous. Thank you.
But yeah, Nike made self-tying shoes in 2016. They made less than 100 and auctioned them.
Oh wow.
More recent sales have been $50,000 to $60,000
Whoa.
for a pair of self-tying shoes. Yeah.
May I ask how they tie themselves?
I'll go check out a video right now.
Oh.
Yeah, I think the date. I was kind of focused on the date. I thought. I just didn't pay enough attention to the question, so I was thinking they were made older or made further back.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why I laughed so hard at the Bluetooth thing. Oh, it wasn't Bluetooth back then.
16.
While that's going on, I am currently in one of those boring levels in the entire game. It's called Tell No Tales. Unfortunately, we have to do another pass of this. I used to do both passes back to back, and my life drastically improved when I stopped doing that. So I will not be doing both back to
I
back.
can attest to this. Yeah, do not. It's like 6 minutes of just like nothing if you do that. I had a fairly interesting box pass just now. I probably lost like, I don't know, 20 seconds or so just from like missing random box. If you miss a box, you have to like turn around. It's super slow and inconvenient. Level's kind of scary if you don't have enough masks too. There's bombs and stuff that can hurt you, and the anchor guys.
Coming up, I'm going.
I found the shoes, by the way.
go
If
for
you're
it.
still interested.
Yeah.
It's like the shoes in the movie where it's like you put your foot in and then like there's a collar thing and like you tap a thing and then like it just tightens. So there's laces, but like there's not like tieable shoelaces. It just like does it itself. Yeah, that's just
Okay.
I'll link it in chat and in the Discord.
Yeah, so I'm currently in our first plane level. So there were technically three of these. Play the first one as Coco. There's not too much notable about it, aside from maybe the enemies. The enemies don't do too much damage here, but you can see I'm constantly just rolling. That'll give me some invincibility frames so that I'm not taking damage from them. And then you can see those plus boxes. Those will heal me if I need it. There's really no risk of dying in the Coco Pass, but later on, for whatever reason, the enemies in the Crash Pass, which is in Warp 5, they hit you really, really hard, and it's not unusual to just die in that one.
What is kind of notable is the route that at least I'm doing for this. There's sort of a rediscovery of an old route that a runner named Rabini made in like 2019, which is different from the standard route that's been typically done the past couple of years. I did some testing, and this new/old route ends up being like 5 seconds faster optimally, which is really cool. It's a little bit riskier, but it's a cool thing of like an old route that nobody really did, being a little faster than what most people did.
I haven't quite learned it. My focus mainly was just kind of on derusting.
Yeah. It's a little riskier. There's a little more of a risk of like killing the last blimp before you get all the boxes, in which case you would have to do the level again. So I totally respect not wanting to learn that last minute.
And the relic pass for this is extremely straightforward. We don't have any time crates or anything to worry about, and not that we really need them. Just have our really set path, and everything just kind of melts.
Yeah, you want to hit the blimps on like the lower side because they kind of sink down when you hit them. So if you're aiming too high, like I was just there, the blimp sinks and then you like can't hit it without adjusting. And every time you adjust up and down, you actually lose a little bit of speed. So you don't want to have to adjust. You just kind of want to get on the correct level and then just take a straight path shooting forward.
You want to do a big question, like a big, huge question?
Sure.
All right, let's do it. What other games outsold Crash Bandicoot Warped in 1998?
Spyro the Dragon.
Or 9 games.
Spyro the Dragon?
Nope.
Tomb Raider 2?
Nope.
Tomb Raider 3.
Nope. No Tomb Raider. Spoiler.
I don't know what came out in 98. I'll just guess like Metal Gear Solid.
That is one of them,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh,
8 to go. Pretty diverse selection of games here, too.
Tiger Woods PGA Tour 98.
I wish, but no.
Madden 98? Madden? Back then?
Not Madden. Tekken 3. I'll give you Tekken. Just saying Tekken, yeah.
all right.
Games. What other games came out here?
I don't know. I'm thinking like Mario, but like Mario came out in 96, I think.
It's
And then,
games
like,
that, or yeah. It's like,
Yeah.
hold on. Just verify. Yes, games that came out in 1998. I was just verifying if it was like included any game, but no. It is games in 1998 specifically.
Right.
What else was big here? Final Final Fantasy 7.
Nope.
Final Fantasy 8.
No Final Fantasy, no.
Oh.
Final Fantasy 7 was 1997. And Final Fantasy 8 was 1999.
I
Nice.
know 9 was 2000. Around the 25th anniversary for that one.
Oh. Super Smash Brothers.
Nope. I think first
Oh.
Smash was 2000 or 1999 or something.
Pokemon Gold and
What
Silver?
about Ocarina of Time?
Oh yeah, Ocarina of Time. Yep.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Vanny?
Gold and Silver Pokemon? Or Crystal?
Pokemon Gen 1. I'll give you Pokemon, but yeah,
Okay.
Gen 1.
Gen 1. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, 4 more.
We only have to guess 3, right? Or
What
was
do
it?
you- No, you just guess as many as you can.
Oh, I thought you said 3. Okay.
GoldenEye.
Yeah. GoldenEye
Okay, cool.
007.
Nice.
I keep thinking these games are a little bit older than 98.
Yeah.
What about Sonic Adventure?
No.
Sonic
guess
Adventure
so.
2?
Nope. Sonic Adventure. Well, I think just being on the Dreamcast just like made it not sell as
Yeah.
much, but also it was released December 23rd, 1998, so they had like no time to get traction. Yeah, good guess.
I feel like there's like a very obvious one that we're not getting.
One of them I would classify, well, not obvious, but like is very well known. The other two probably not as much.
Okay.
One of them I don't think you're gonna get. Period.
We guess Mario Kart 64?
Nope. And no. I think was that not a launch title? 96 or
I don't know.
am I silly? Yeah, it was 96.
Okay.
But yeah, the most popular one that's left was on PlayStation.
Ape Escape.
That sounds cool, but no.
Oh.
We're both gonna know it. At least this most popular
Yes.
one.
You're both gonna know it. It was developed by Capcom.
Mega Man X?
Nope. I think that game came out like 93. That was SNES, right?
Yeah, that sounds about right. Wait, Marvel vs. Capcom?
Nope.
Is it a Mario Party? Like Mario Party 3?
I said it was. Okay, well, first, Mario Party's not on this, no. And also, I'm not sure if you were still doing what I gave you hints for, but I said Capcom on the PlayStation.
Oh, that's true, didn't you?
That's just funny. But yeah, no, Mario Party's not on this.
Okay.
Rugrats,
If we
The
have no other
Search for
ideas.
Reptar.
What do you think?
I'm filling air here.
Yeah. Okay. Well, okay. All right. I think we can can this now. All right.
Maybe.
The game I was hinting at was Resident Evil 2.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Yeah. And the other two games were Gran Turismo
Oh, okay.
and Dragon Quest Monsters. It's the first time I've heard of that game, by the way. I think so. You got 6 of them total. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think Joey got 4 and Vanny got 2.
Something like that.
I don't remember.
Okay, I feel like that's what it was. I feel like that's what it was. But yeah, I'll just give you 5 seconds for each one you got. So it's 15 or 20 and 10, respectively. Well done.
That was a fun one. That one took us like 5 minutes to do.
Yeah, it was a big question, I told you.
Yeah.
Drawn blanks, though, the entire time. Like, what popular franchises were around back then? Just guess one of those. And guess some that weren't.
I'm doing kind of hard levels here too, so it's a bit like concentrating at a difficult point in the run.
Right.
I did 2 of the Tomb 1 cycles, Tomb Waiter and Sphinxinator. You carry the cycles again into this level, Future Frenzy, which this is one of the longest levels in the run as well.
Yeah, coming up, I've got the 4th boss, Engine. Kind of a really cool boss fight. You are playing as Coco, and you just kind of just get to shoot at him, and he's shooting at you. In space, too. Other worlds, you know?
Other worlds.
Yep. One brain cell. Yeah, there's 2 phases to this. Pretty easy to not die, but every now and then you can take a freak amount of damage. But I basically just knock out each little individual weapon, and he loses a bit of his health. These little doors on the top that shoot rockets are a little bit tricky to deal with, especially this one all the way on the right. Luckily, I got it out of the way pretty early. Generally transitioning from the one on the far left to the one on the right when the cycle restarts can cause you to miss some damage very easily. Not maybe the cleanest fight there, for the second phase at least.
It looked pretty good, yeah.
But
I don't know what was happening, but it looked pretty good.
Still not bad for sure, yeah. If you get really, really good at that, you can knock out both of the arms on like the left and right side for the second phase really, really quickly. And then you knock out the bottom and sweep through the top pretty quickly.
I'm convinced it's not faster to do that. It's just like a convenience thing. But people will probably disagree with me on that. Almost died at the end of Future bonus by falling in between the... I almost fell in between the... I think you can in between the level part of it and then the bonus platform. Some of those you can. I think some of them you can't, but...
It's really strange. Just everybody finds out the hard way by just accidentally hitting it and just dying. Like, what was that? Like, yeah, that's where the bonus was.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm back in most boring level, Tell No Tales. One notable thing is actually it has the longest load time. You spend the most time on the black screen, just kind of loading into the level. It's obviously very big.
Well, while you're waiting for that, how about a fun question?
Yeah,
Big
okay.
question. Not like a huge question, but like big. You'll see. Allegedly, how many planets are in No Man's Sky? Which realistically, this represents the scope of the possible planets.
Infinite?
Nope.
1 trillion.
More than 1 trillion.
2 trillion.
More than 2 trillion. A lot more than 2 trillion.
100 trillion.
More than 100 trillion.
1 billion.
That's less than 1 trillion, which that's more than that's.
I thought so. I wasn't sure.
What's more than 1 trillion?
Maybe.
A gorillion?
I don't know. That's for you to find out. Do you know numbers?
A Brazilian? I don't, actually. Wait, there's like, it's based on like numbers, prefixes. Like septillion?
Yes. Septillion is 7, but actually that's too much.
Too much.
Yes.
Sextillion?
Also too much.
Pentillion?
It's not. Well, okay.
Quadrillion.
I'll give you this. It's not quadrillion. It's instead of pentillion, it's quintillion, which it is in the quintillions. I'll give you that. Now the real number guessing game begins.
Yeah, no kidding. These have to be fun for you.
There's so many numbers in between those like parameters, you know? There's
I
just
mean,
so
guessing
many
is your
numbers.
best friend. You've been doing it so far.
150 quintillion.
Nope, too much.
75 quintillion.
Still too much.
30 quintillion.
3 quintillion.
Did you both just say 3?
I said 30.
I said 3. He said. I said 3.
Well, 3 is too little.
30 quintillion.
30 is too much.
25.
25 is too much.
18.
17.
18 is perfect. Wow, you sniped it. Impressive. Okay, if you want an exact number, it is 18 quintillion, 446 quadrillion, 744 trillion, 73 billion, 709 million, 551,616 planets, or the maximum value of an unsigned 64-bit integer, +1 for 0.
Okay.
I was going to guess that, actually. I was thinking that.
Well, I just really wanted to say the number, so sorry.
Did you have that number memorized by chance?
No, I'm just reading it off the question.
You're supposed to say yeah.
We have notes with the question. I wish not. Honestly, I should have lied, to be honest. Whatever. But yeah. It's 20 seconds for Vanny.
Well, I'm finishing up Warp 4 with Future Frenzy Relic, taking 2 masks out of here for Warp 5. Warp 5 starts with Flaming Passion, which doesn't have any triple mask, but you want to have 2 masks for some damage abuse strats in the bonus, because there are nitros in the bonus, and there is no nitro detonator in Flaming Passion and Gone Tomorrow. They expect you to use the bazooka that you got from Engine to break them, but that's slow, so we're going to try to not do that.
It's also worth noting that Flaming Passion has a death route, or as it's recently been coined, a deathless route. Or if you don't die in the level up to the point where the platform is, you can take the death route platform or the deathless route platform, and you can get the green gem in this case. Now, there are a couple other levels with that, but we typically have lumped those in with time trials, where it's, we can actually die in the time trial as long as the relic's active. So dying in this level is, before the platform, is a big, bad mistake. So we're going to make sure we try not to do that. Masks
I
help.
definitely did not do that in the practice run that Vanny and I did the other day. Did not do that.
Me neither.
Yeah. So box we can snipe up there. This death route spits us out on the other side of that box, so it's kind of fast to just snipe it with the bazooka, so we don't have to worry about it later. It's faster than like going up there manually.
And the nice thing is once you've taken the death route platform, if you die after that, it doesn't matter. As long as it's been activated once, if you die in the level again, it's not going to go away.
Let's do a fun question. A funner question, because all these questions have been so fun, but this is like a funner one. What are the 3 lowest rated Crash games according to Metacritic?
Huge Adventure.
Nope.
Boom Bang,
Oh,
Boom Bang. Yep.
Mind Over Mutant,
Mind Over Mutant is 2. And then the pesky third.
Nitro Kart GBA.
Nope.
Crash of the Titans,
Okay.
Nope.
Crash Purple,
Not Crash Purple.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Surprising. Titans DS.
Nope.
Oh.
It is a specific version of
Okay.
one of the games, though. Yeah.
like, I don't know if there's a thing, Tag Team Racing DS?
Nope.
Okay.
It's not on DS. I didn't know there were Crash games on DS. I'm not gonna lie.
Actually, there might not be,
Or at least
honestly.
before the show. Any other ideas?
What would have been the two so far? Boom Bang and
Boom Bang and Mind Over Mutant, the DS version of Mind Over Mutant.
Oh, I don't know if this counts, but maybe the Wrath of Cortex on GameCube.
That counts, and it is the correct third answer. Really? Nice. That's
Wow.
a good snipe. All right.
It's a really bad version.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, it is Wrath of Cortex GameCube with a 62, and then DS Mind Over Mutant with a 45, and then at the lowest is Crash Boom Bang with a 37.
37. That's crazy.
Yeah. What's actually worse about the GameCube version of Wrath of Cortex? I'm curious.
I'm not super familiar. I think a bit of everything, maybe.
graphics, I think for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
There's another
Probably,
PS2
like, the
version had like really bad
controls.
load times or something.
One of the PS2 versions, the Black Label version, they did fix that. That may still be an issue on GameCube, but I don't know if it's as
I think
bad.
that's the one I played as a kid. That was really awesome.
The Black Label version?
Yeah, the one that just took forever to load.
Yeah.
I played that one.
Same.
Those loads are really horrendous.
Yeah.
I've seen people do speedruns of it, and they're like, time with loads is like 8 hours. The run will be like, I don't know, but like a lot less than 8 hours, basically. A couple hours shorter. Yeah. I think the GameCube version of the Wrath of Cortex has... There's certain versions of that game that have like a harder version of the red gem secret area in Bonsai Bonsai. I think that may be one of the downsides. Okay, something I haven't mentioned here, you probably see us doing like nitro bounces. That's one of the ways we clear the nitros without the bazooka. So you can actually jump on the nitros without getting damaged if you time it correctly. Unfortunately, the nitros bounce up and down, so it is kind of RNG dependent. But if your timing's good and you get good bounces, then it's basically because they have like an expanding hitbox, like the TNTs. You've probably seen us do TNT spins as well. It's a thing in like all of the Crash games on PS1. But in this game specifically, it extends to nitros. In Crash 2, it does not. In Crash 2, when you hit a nitro, you get damaged no matter what. But in this game, you can speed up nitros by jumping on them.
I'm currently in the second future level, Gone Tomorrow. And you can see I've taken a little special secret path, the green gem path, which is why we do 23 first in this warp room to get that green gem. A quirk of both future levels you may have seen with Future Frenzy before. There's backtracking and like a convoluted route. So we had to enter Future Frenzy from the secret area to get to the secret path. And then we had to backtrack to like almost the beginning of the level. This one is not nearly as bad, luckily. And we don't have to do any sort of secret entrance. We just take the green gem path, we activate a exclamation point box that gives us some of these wired crates you see me activating right here. And we do a very, very, very short backtrack. But this one can be very time consuming if you die. So we usually stagger our checkpoints. There are 2 on this 2D section. I'm gonna get the first one in my second pass, which is right now.
Level's really bad to die in. You lose a lot of time to dying.
It's a fairly cool level though, especially the bonus round. But yeah, very punishing.
Especially because of the cycles. You don't really know what cycles the like the camera enemies are on. I think Vandy calls them footballs. But they're just moving back and forth, and they're on global cycles. We didn't touch on that, but this game has global cycles, meaning the cycles carry through like the levels. Even when you're in a different level, there's like a global timer that affects what the cycles are on. So you don't, it's not the same every time you enter the level, basically. And so you have to react, and sometimes those cycles are really hard to react to because there's limited visibility in the 2D sections.
The nice thing about them is that they act together. So all those laser beams will activate at the same time, and all the footballs move on the exact same cycle, independent of one another. But footballs behave like other footballs. So for one of the backtrack sections, you can actually watch one of the footballs you pass early as you're going backwards, and you know where the other football is as you're coming to approach it.
Gondomar Relic is really interesting because you get 2 triple masks. Ideally, you get those. If you don't, it's kind of punishing. It's cool. You get this one in the 2D section. Then when you go to the final section, you get another one, like back to back. It just makes it go super quickly. Very satisfying.
I'm doing the crash airplane level right now. This first pass is not too bad. We luckily get to take advantage of these healing balloons. But if you ever notice me getting hit, my HP goes down really, really quickly. That's going to be a thing to keep in mind for the relic pass. In which case, I'm going to be shooting these enemies to be safe, which you typically don't really care
those
about.
Those enemies just melt you. You can go from like 100 to like 30 like instantly just by being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Luckily, they're manipulatable in that they're going to appear where you're going. You can kind of bait them into one direction, turn around, and go the other direction. At least not too much because you want to go fast. Honestly, this pass has been actually very sloppy as far as damage management goes. We'll say. But yeah, they won't shoot you off screen. That helps to just push them away.
Something I didn't know when I started running this game is the plane has a brake function. You can actually slow down by pressing X. I did not know that for like a little bit.
Same thing with the motorcycle, but I think it's square. That's one thing they don't do a good job of, is like standardizing button input for each vehicle.
Yeah.
They're a little bit different.
I personally use R1 to brake on the bike, but everyone's different.
Yeah.
R1, square, and circle, I believe, all work.
What if you hold it at the same time? Is it more powerful?
I don't think
It
so.
should be more powerful. I would make it be more powerful. You know what else is powerful? This question.
I see.
What are the full names of the Spyro and Crash crossover games?
Spyro, Orange,
Oh.
the Cortex Conspiracy,
Yep, that's one.
Crash, Purple,
Ripto's Rampage.
Ripto's Rampage, yep. The full government
think that
names
one-
of these 2 cult classics. I think you each got one, so I guess
Okay.
you're both getting, I'll both give you like 20 seconds because it was a very hard question.
I think Vanny kind of carried that one, but I'll take it.
I mean, all he said was Crash Purple.
Okay, I
think
guess
you can figure that one out.
yeah.
Yeah.
We established that earlier.
Yeah.
Don't sell yourself short.
Yeah.
And technically, you should have said Crash Bandicoot Purple, but you know, I'll take you. I'll be easy on
You
you.
know what? You've been so
Plus
nice.
10
If you weren't
Plus 10 minutes. I think.
there, plus 10, sweet. I was a little disappointed that we couldn't go and get penalties. I want like an over 3-hour time or something like that. That'd be cool.
I'm
be very
doing
funny.
Orange Asphalt. This is the other bike level I talked about. There's a very notorious box, number 14 here. There's like 2 ramps in a row, and you can go over the second box by just the way they're spaced. Makes it really, and the way the physics work make it so that you can land on the second ramp too high up, and then it just launches you, and you go over the second box. You can also go under it, coincidentally, so you have to manage your speed very carefully at that one point.
Also worth noting, box 15 is also tricky. You can actually go over it if you have too much speed from the ramp.
True.
Found that one out the hard way.
So I'm slowing down here, and I got it. Just got to slow down a little bit, basically. Yeah, something you do on the ramps is a very small thing, but if you have a boost and you go on the ramp, if you let go of X, like right before you hit the ramp, you get a little speed boost from it, and you do carry that a little bit once you land. So a lot of the time you want to do that, but like Vanny said, for this specific ramp, I don't do that because you can go over it. but if you just hold X, then you hit it.
And one thing you've probably seen us do is hit the triangle button. The triangle button obviously brings down the box count, which is good because it's not always apparent when we hit a box or not. So vehicle levels, especially like the Pearl levels, they're kind of sketchy with whether or not you break boxes sometimes. There's specific formations that are worse than others, but always a good thing to just press triangle.
Yeah, Crash 1 does not have that. Crash 2 has box count, but doesn't tell you the total. Crash 3 just perfected it. Another thing regarding mask routing, anytime you pick up a clock, it takes away all of your Aku Aku masks. Maybe you've noticed that. So I had a mask going into Orange Asphalt Relic, and it just got taken away. Also, plane levels and engine take away your masks. So those are also things we consider with level routing. In the bike levels, sometimes you can do hole skips. So like up here, there's a hole, and if you go to the right, you can skip over it, so you do not have to go on the ramp. There's a couple of those at the end as well.
I mentioned before Road Crash, which was the second bike level that we saw, motorcycle level. One of the hardest ones. This one, strangely, is the third one, and it's actually a lot easier than Road Crash. Just kind of awkwardly so.
Yeah. It has a weird thing where you can go farther on the edges than in the other bike levels, so you can go beyond the blue little dirt there, or part of the road or whatever. Only in Orange Asphalt can you do that. The other ones, you would drop your wheelie and lose speed if you went that far.
And some of these turns while you're holding your wheelie, which again just is faster, you do want to pepper in the brake a little bit, which makes it, slows you down a little bit, but it just helps you keep it for longer. A little bit of technique mixed in there.
Also, little zoomy things also give you a boost, even if you're already boosting, so it's kind of worth it to go on those sometimes, as long as you're not going too out of the way. Give you a little bit of a boost.
And another strange quirk of these levels is they have different planes. And if you can line up parallel with one, that's actually the fastest way to travel. But we can't tell where the planes are without any sort of external tool. So it's a little bit lost on us humans. But the task utilizes it.
Yeah, it's something like your speed is determined by the direction you're facing relative to the level axes. So don't ask me what those are, but it's good to know. I'm ready for a question if you got one.
Yeah. You know what? Let's do this one. Pandora is the distant world containing unobtainium, but more importantly, what humanoid species?
Avatar?
I think that's the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not what they're called.
Yeah. I don't know what they're called.
They're like the Aqua Knights or something. Oh,
That's not.
no.
That's not close. They share a name with a beloved classic video game character that isn't playable, but is a companion of a playable character. That gives advice and is very helpful.
Navi?
And yes.
Okay.
Thank God.
Oh,
Navi, yeah.
You're dying there a little bit. I'm sorry. That is a movie series
From Avatar. And they're releasing their third movie, I think. The fire-themed one. They're going through all the Mario platforming worlds in each Avatar movie.
I don't know why I just never ended up seeing any of those.
I saw the first one and it was like good. Not like making the most money of all time good, but like, I mean, sure.
Did you see it in like IMAX or anything like that, or just a normal theater?
Yeah, I think I saw it in 3D.
Okay, yeah.
I was like 10. I forget everything about it.
Yeah, that's what I understand. It's like that's the way to see that movie because it's just so spectacular in vision.
Viewers at home will have noticed that I entered the final boss, Cortex, and then promptly left.
Oh.
This is because you basically have to fight him twice to get like the full the true ending. Basically, you don't actually have to fight him twice though. You just have to enter and exit, and then all the buttons come back out. The only way to the only condition really to get the secret ending is to get all of the items and fight him once. So rather than fight him and waste time, we just exit. Notable also that you'd think that you'd want to get the speed shoes from him to do all the relics, but because of the movement tech we do, it would be slower to like reach him as fast as possible, get the speed shoes, and then do the relics. So yeah, we only need to fight him once, and it is the last thing we do after we get all the items.
Credits take a bit.
Yeah, no credits skip.
Sad. What's not sad is that we got more questions. Right, here's a deep cut one. Math Jam was Naughty Dog's first game, released in 1986. For which platform was it developed? And also for the record, Naughty Dog was operating under a different name at the time.
Atari?
Nope.
I'm not good with older consoles. I'll guess Commodore 64.
Nope.
Might be a little late.
This one's pretty niche.
Oh.
I mean, I'll guess it to get it out of there, but NES?
Nope.
It's not niche, but just cover our bases.
Just make sure I know what I'm doing.
How about the Amiga?
Nope.
All right.
It is a computer system, which, yeah, I guess you could figure that, but... Getting the feeling that we're not going to have any other ideas.
I'm busy. doing a hard relic.
That's funny. That's funny. You know what? I almost want to give you time for that, but I can't.
Wow.
Not now, Mom. 5 more minutes.
Busy. All right. Well, it would be the Apple II that it was developed on.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mentioned I'm doing a hard relic. This is Bug Light 1 cycle. Pretty much considered the second hardest 1 cycle behind Tomb Time. It's pretty cycle based, so I restarted the trial to try to get a specific door cycle, and it's pretty tough to make that. Once you make it to like the green gem platform, you're pretty much good to go.
I'm also in the midst there, and I messed up. I'm gonna just try it again here.
If you don't do this 1 cycle, you just take this multiple gem path in the crystal pass. You do need all the gems. Crash has like a thing of like Crash 2 has Spaced Out, which has a gem path in the final level with all of the colored gems that you got throughout the game. It's like a celebration of that. So this is Crash 3's version of that.
Interestingly, you technically don't need the green gem for this. You can technically skip it with the Death Tornado spin.
Yeah.
Not that you would.
Yeah, Death Tornado Spin can clear a lot of distance if you do it right, and notably, you don't need to like double jump at all either. Like double jumping in general is very slow, so a lot of the times if you're trying to clear a large distance, you just want to like NSJ neutral slide jump into like a Death Tornado Spin. I'm heading into Ski Crazed, which is a very, very notorious level for having really bad wave cycles. The ramps, a lot of times, can be in really bad positions, and you'll jump over boxes, or go under boxes, or just miss boxes. The one cycle here is kind of tight too. It's a 50-50. If you get a perfect level, you get like a 30-second relic time, 31-ish. But if you miss like a couple ramps, you can actually kill the one cycle. So it's about not having to like go back for boxes. I was trying to carry cycles from the Bug Light 1 cycle trial restart. I just almost hopped over a box there. So I tried to get specific cycles for this. However, I messed up the warp room movement a little bit, so I'm a little off that. So I'm going to play the react game here. There was famously a world record pace run that got killed to this level somewhat recently because, yep, sometimes Coco just jumps up over a box because the waves are in a slightly bad position. I don't think we mentioned, but the waves are on a cycle, so they're not like RNG. They're actually predictable. They just happen to be predictably bad for this level.
And worth noting, you can kind of extend the distance you go when you go off a ramp by pressing back. Gives you a little bit of a backflip for whatever reason, just a little bit more distance. Technically a side roll and like a nosedive. Nosedive helps you cut your height a little bit earlier. So we'll typically make use of all of those. The rolling is a little bit less. There are a couple tricky like ramps that have two boxes right next to each other where it's used, but not necessarily intentionally, just kind of incidentally.
Let's do...
Yeah, Warp Room 6 can kind of be done in any order, but a lot of us choose to do Ski Crazed after Bug Light for the cycles, and then it doesn't really matter. But there's just 3 levels in here before Cortex. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we're just gonna do this one. All right. On June 28th, 2009, what famous cosmologist hosted a party for time travelers?
That was Stephen Hawking.
That was indeed Stephen Hawking. He hosted this party at the University of Cambridge and sent out invitations the following day. After the party had concluded, nobody was at the actual party. He was so funny for that. That was so funny. Honestly, it was a good experiment. Like, what if somebody did show up? That would be pretty cool.
Below their cover.
Yeah, exactly. It's like he probably tried to entice them with like, I don't know, a really big cake or like milk and cookies or something. I would come for that.
Well, now we know you're not a time traveler.
No way. No.
If that's all it takes.
My enigmatic nature has been blown.
Yeah.
I was supposed to be a dark and mysterious individual.
I'm in Area 51. This is the bike level we mentioned that's in the dark. It's not too bad once you've learned it. When you're starting out, you can't see anything, obviously, so it's hard to know where the boxes are and stuff, but it's just a race against some alien UFOs. Trying to get all the boxes in the time trial.
Uh-oh. I might be in trouble here. Oh yeah, that's not good. I missed the box you miss.
Box 7.
That's a big time loss, unfortunately, but...
I missed some, I also missed some boxes.
I appreciate you
We're
looking out for me.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah. I missed the boxes that you don't miss. So I don't know if that makes you feel better.
Yeah, a little bit, since mine were the boxes you do miss. The box.
Right.
You can typically watch the wave cycles and pick out when is best to, jump off the ramp. I did a very poor job of that, unfortunately, so paid the price. It's been a while since I've had to do this, so I'm probably getting too many time crates, but oh, better safe than sorry.
what's always safe is asking a question because you're never sorry for confessing your knowledge. After Crash 3, Jason Rubin was director for what 4 games?
Jack and Daxter.
Which ones?
1, 2, 3, and 4.
Well, 1, 2, 3, yes.
Okay.
Jack
There's
X.
one more. It's not. Nope. It's not a Jack game.
Fly. 1.
Nope.
Uncharted.
Nope.
That's a good guess.
The answer is within your grasp. Well, I mean, I'm not sure. I just kind of said that, but it's a familiar game.
Sorry, could you repeat the question? Just clarification.
After Crash 3, Jason Rubin was director for what 4 games?
CTR?
And Jack won. Yes, Crash Team Racing. There you go. So in 2004, Rubin was talking about how game developers were underappreciated and undervalued in the industry, and announced he was stepping down from Naughty Dog the day after. Funny how that works. I think, did Vanny just get all of those?
I had to reset the entire trial, unfortunately, so. I already
No, I mean the answers to the question.
Oh, no, Joey got the first 3.
Oh, no, Joey got Jack. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll do 15 and 5.
And I'm in the last plane level, which is not a normal plane level. You're actually kind of just racing and you have to go through all these rings. The rings make a really, satisfying noise we unfortunately don't get to hear. But when you spin through them, you get a speed boost. Or if you don't, you get a slightly smaller speed boost. So the hardest part about this is hitting all the boxes. Since we get the box gem, we get a gem for winning, and then we also do the relic at the exact same time. And if you miss a box, you have to go around. It's obnoxious.
Sorry. Have you done Area 51?
Nah, it's after here.
Ben? Oh, okay.
That ski crazed mistake was pretty big.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I missed a couple boxes in Area 51, so I had to restart trial, and then I almost failed the relic on the second time, because, I don't know, I just got off the normal strats I do, and got pushed around.
Yeah, that's one thing with those motorcycle levels. Those, the UFOs or the racers in general, they're on rails, and so they always take the exact same path going through. And we know what our typical route is and how to avoid them and where. The second you just deviate from that a little bit, it snowballs. It could be really bad.
So I'm going into the final boss. We get a gem from Coco. That gem is obtained by getting 30 gold relics or better, so gold or platinum. So you don't actually need to get everything to get that gem, just the relics, and then... But I have everything else. You know you have everything when all the buttons disappear, and it's just Cortex.
Kind of a cool and ominous way of doing it. They do it for each individual warp room, but just for the specific boss. Doing it for every single warp room is kind of cool.
I always thought it was so cool as a kid when there's just one button remaining. It's such a cool little thing. You have the masks fighting you in this fight, or fighting each other, and then Cortex shooting at you. And then he throws mines around, which are random. The distance he throws is random. So you just kind of want to avoid them and hope they're good, which they're not in this case. You have no mask in this fight, so if you get hit, you die.
Yeah, you are able to bring in masks into other boss fights. Notably, the first 3. Just not Cortex or Engine. Obviously, Engine has its own health system.
All right, right, time's coming up for me when I skip the speed shoes power up text after hitting him in. It's time
GG.
for me. On my splits, that's a 205.30, so that's pretty good.
Got the 1/2 05.
Oh yeah.
Well, that means
105,
you have
205.
all of the mental fortitude to answer questions right now. You have the advantage. Check
That's
this
right.
out. While we don't know if these achieved hydrostatic equilibrium, hope I'm saying these right, Haumea and Make are under observation to be classified as what?
Interstellar objects?
Nope.
Oh.
Can you repeat the question?
While we don't know if these achieved hydrostatic equilibrium, Haumea and Make are under observation to be classified as what? This is an other
Liquids.
world question. No.
Okay.
There's something to do with the fact that they come from outside of our solar system and could potentially orbit the sun?
Yes.
I don't know if I know what that's going to be called.
Well,
We're foreign.
well, no, they're in the solar. Well, they're technically in the solar system. Well, it's like they're orbiting the sun.
Okay.
Moons,
Nope.
planets.
Not quite.
Dwarf planets?
Dwarf planets. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Wow.
Yep. So it's like, let me just read up on this. Okay, yeah, so hydrostatic equilibrium is basically like how like an object like becomes like spherical to be classified as a planet, basically.
Huh.
And so so we don't know if these objects have achieved that yet, so we don't know if they're actually dwarf planets or if they're just like asteroids, basically.
I see.
Yeah.
I've got time coming up. Just a quick warning.
Who got that one? I wasn't paying attention.
Banny.
Vanny.
Okay. So you're gonna name it third person. I like that though.
Better than me, right?
True.
All right, about to hit him in. And time. All right, splits.
All right. Good job to you both. All right, and with that concludes Think Fast, but we don't know who won. What's gonna happen? We're just tallying up our times and stuff. Okay. All right. With time bonuses accrued and accounted for, in second place with a time of with a combined time of 2:04:13, we have Not Vanny. And in first place with a combined time of 2:02:21, we have Joey Kostelic. Joey, congratulations
GG.
on taking home this Think Fast victory. You earned it. Well done to both of you.
Thank
You
you.
both played amazing.
Thank you.
That was very fun to watch.
It was
And,
fun.
Yeah. Oh, so fun. Do both of you have any shout outs you want to give before we head off?
I mean, shout outs to the community. We love the community.
True.
Crash community is great. We got a Discord through speedrun.com. Shouting out myself, I would honestly prefer people follow me on speedrun.com. I've been plugging it recently. I want to get to like a bunch of followers on speedrun.com.
That's base.
So if you go to speedrun.com/users/Joey Kostelic. If you don't have an account, just make one. It's super easy. We're trying to get to at least 100 followers. I'm sitting at, I think, 13 right now. Follow me
Respect the
there.
hustle.
Humble beginnings.
Feel free to follow me on Twitch as well. Yeah, same username. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say thanks GDQ for having me. Thanks Joey for inviting me. You know, we're 6 seconds off,
You're
so
welcome.
there is definitely some good potential there. Crash community, yeah.
All
Follow
right.
Joey on
Thank you both
SRC.
for being on. Of course,
Yes.
yeah. Well, thank you both for being on tonight, and thank you all for watching. But before we head off, we have a couple more announcements I just want to get through here.
Of course, if you want to support GDQ with your subs, gift subs, and bits, we'd really appreciate it. Your contributions help keep our shows running. If you're enjoying the stream, consider subscribing for exclusive emotes, ad-free viewing, and you can even access chat during our replays. And also, you can share the stream with your friends, And also, you can join the Discord to get more involved with the GDQ community with the Discord command in chat to join up and keep in the loop with upcoming events. And you can chat with staff and more. It's also wholesome and epic. And you can subscribe to the YouTube to catch up on VODs with past Hotfix shows and special events, and of course, GDQ marathons over at GDQ or youtube.com/GamesDoneQuick. And if you're watching on YouTube, hi, make sure you subscribe and like. It'd be really awesome. Thank you so much. And if you're curious what's coming up next week or even beyond that, you can check out gdq.gg/hotfix for this week's schedule, and you can keep up in the loop with all of that stuff as well. And just thank you for watching and being here. It's been so awesome tonight. And if you want to stick around for some perhaps sleepy VOD content, we have replays of the shows that played tonight airing after this. So yeah, the GDQ content just does not stop. It just does not stop. Okay. But yeah, that'll be it for us tonight on GDQ Hotfix. Thank you all so much for watching. It's been a blast. And enjoy the rest of your day, wherever that may be. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.